More about Bass Smart TV, so make sure you share now subscribe to my for video because of social media and so I say pensing.
On Thursday, I informed the House, pursuant to Standing Order 18 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, on the occurrence of vacancies in the House in relation to 4 honorable members. Yesterday, I received a process from the Supreme Court, which is a ruling from the Supreme Court pursuant to an ex parte application directing Parliament to recognize and allow the 4 affected members of Parliament to duly represent their constituents and conduct full scope of duties of their offices as members of Parliament pending the final determination of a suit filed by Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin. By Article 102 of the Constitution, 1992, and Order 64.1 of the Standing Orders of Parliament, I note that we currently have a quorum to transact business, but not to take decisions. I want to read the said Article 102 of the Constitution. It reads, a quorum of Parliament, apart from the person presiding, shall be 1/3 of all the members of Parliament. As presently constituted, the numbers definitely is far above 1/3 of the members of Parliament. But by Article 104, the numbers are not sufficient for us to take decisions. And I'll quote Article 104. Article 104.1 says, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, matters in Parliament shall be determined by the votes of the majority of members present and voting, with at least half of all the members of Parliament present. Honorable members, we don't have at least half of all the members of Parliament present. Consequently, in view of the current circumstances, the fact that there is a question on the composition and constitution of Parliament, and having regard to the public interest and the exigencies of the state of affairs in Parliament, I will proceed to, in accordance with Standing Orders 59, adjourn the House indefinitely. That is sine die. I want to quote Standing Orders 59.1. It says, the Speaker may, in consultation with leadership, suspend a meeting of the House indefinitely or for a period determined by the Speaker, having regard to the public interest and the exigencies of the state of affairs in the country. Honorable members, I have consulted leadership and I am exercising my discretion to decide to suspend the meeting of the House indefinitely. The House is accordingly adjourned sine die.
When we say MBPH mean kabi, Akufo do tintin was share was HMN Sabunsu. Emi agina sa provision no so ekopamo eye asiama. Formina enu achi ya. Eboa. If says a milk afrifa Article 97 no Kojo be Article 97 G and H ni enkan hwe. Article 97 ne say me yeto abama me na se me ba parliament on a ticket as MPP parliamentary candidate parliamentarian mean determine say me ye independent candidate in the parliament. How then does that presuppose say me to na me okay name ni MPP for be diagro name me ye call the next election me person me stand as independent candidate. How does the predetermine say in the business of the house, because parliament you don't concern yourself with anything that happens outside the parliament. It is the business of the house now parliament. Speaker Alban Bagbin what to show. It is a speaker what war na MPB me can just say free na de kosi ye to aba near county me MPP a parliamentarian view me independent. Now I will say oh matete atete some say uba say MPP there. Next one I will say Obeko independent. How does future intentions presuppose say they also declare me say menye a parliamentarian view? It they say where you say man for na free hono. You beko by election abey. It from a neko see a year December 7th no. Ma sa man for no nipa for no e buy no. Hwa no mo anya representation wo ho. Eti nipa dodo na to aba ma ye no. You are denying them a representation in parliament. The abuse of a constitution, because constitution is a political document. It you acquire a muffin or mupen or the post, Wamumi Nunada, Wamumi Nunina, a charge your ma. I got your be constitutional. You go read the article 97. And then I come in your politics. A member of parliament shall vacate their seat in parliament
if
the member leaves
the
political party where Gene in our kind
which they were member
at the time of the election
to parliament and joins another party or if they seek to remain in parliament.
In the first place Yemusa say Cynthia Morrison were free MPP mako join the NDC ana Debbie Tienio. So constitution article a year 97 a year 1G no was say a member of parliament shall vacate his seat if free one on the party nim e join another party e wa bra ya to aba man on the ticket of the party. So the constitution ne person ye nyina ne say ye to aba ma wa and cross carpet wo yes sir wo deny manfo no wo mo de o mo pe. It was this wako join another party since Morrison wako join another party Debbie Papa Ifan say yes yama for me na wako join another party Debbie Kojo traso.
If they seek to remain in parliament,
if they seek to remain in parliament, remain in parliament. Yanga say if they declare their intention that in the next election, when they want to be independent, declare them as a young. If they seek to remain in parliament. Since Jamora say waka chere eye speaker say free na de koye beto aba me ye independent candidate in parliament. Waka chere no. What they communicate kosa. But constitution is if they seek to remain in parliament as what? Independent candidate.
As independent candidates.
I know they are yen tonchene. Won't go back. Won't go press independent in famra. Now so me can chere we speaker say free na de ko many MPP enye business view, many NDC enye business view. Name moment I will be independent in parliament here. If I speak at home, so I say next election, I'm going independent. If I won't home, to
H. If the member was elected.
As an independent candidate.
And subsequently joins.
There be okay G in your way.
If they seek to remain in parliament as an independent member. What am DBC here?
But to G no to and now Kwadwo constitution download the bill where you phone so. Na nyantentem why? Na fe na Google akọ ye short to be ani ade. Constitution dey so be anya bie. Munsua. Eye English ni atworo constitution enye huhuhu bia usua. Ye bo anu akọ akosua. Why? Constitution do akora is the simplest English ni ade atworo. The simplest of English. Emo bia nwura lawyer for na nwura ne ayi de nemo dad ne ayi nwura me mo monyum film so ko I'm church a man for him. The here panos of Muhu Constitution. Kwadwo, you can. Oh, have me dear download me. Article say 97. So the legislature. Okay, so 97 no. 97 1G. Kwadwo, I say a member of parliament shall vacate his seat in parliament. G. If he leaves the party of which he was a member at the time of election to parliament to join another party or seek to remain in parliament as an independent candidate. Then H. If he was elected a member of parliament as an independent candidate and joins a political party. It is a new man na Alban Bagbin so dear Gina so now what they advocate to seat and correct. And we need interpretation from the Supreme Court on this. And correct. Even a first year law student reading this will know. But the entire what the way by a MPP a bay normal and it's a MPP now ME the be Michael Kwe, Professor Michael Kwe, at the be former MP. Ever declare the seat vacant. I've had a buy the board techino. Ba fan sabra, show ya the above. Speaker Michael Kwe say wrong.
Interview no,
or no say wrong. Some penny for way pa. Oh, ye binra. So, o mine no kure anymore, no kure. So, we di no kure dia. And then you say, trouble with you. Because already, a deal we are. Mr. First year law student should even understand that the whole motive of a year, Article 97 is a yampa cross.